You're listening to the Signal Daily.
Hello, I'm Manaswini, your host for the Signal Daily podcast. This is the episode for 8th May 2024. Today we talk about Bengaluru and the potential beer crisis that is building up in the city. And for the deep dive, we are looking at AI's increasing involvement in the music industry. Case in point, Drake's latest diss track tailor-made freestyle against Kendrick Lamar. Stay tuned till the end to learn more. So on a previous episode of the Signal Daily, we spoke about the acute water shortage that Bengaluru has been facing for months because of lower than normal rainfall, reckless urbanization, and the city's depleting aquifers. Well, it did rain finally, and now a lack of water has metamorphosed into too much water on the streets and a traffic jam situation. Amid all this, some reports say that the city might soon face a beer crunch as pubs and breweries struggle to keep up with the rising demand. As the scorching summer coincided with the IPL season, Bengaluru residents have been glugging beer, breaking all sales records. The Times of India quoted an excise official as saying that last year, during April, 38.6 lakh boxes of beer were sold, whereas this year, 23.5 lakh boxes were sold in just the first 2 weeks of April. When compared to the previous years, beer recorded 30% more sales till date this summer, outpacing all other spirits. But that has left shelves empty and breweries are not able to replenish inventories fast enough, according to the New Indian Express. To deal with the current situation, many pubs and breweries are mulling discounting weekend offers, the buy two, get one on drinks or the buy one pitcher and get one free. But let's hope it doesn't come to that, because when talking about beer in Bengaluru, you can't not mention United Breweries or UBL, which is the biggest beer seller in the domestic market. Headquartered in Bengaluru, UBL, as you know, is the Indian subsidiary of Heineken, and it's been trying to maintain its dominant position amid competition from new entrants, which is the rise of craft beer and changing consumer preferences. An ET report points out that despite being the market leader, UBL has struggled to grow revenue since the pandemic, which was a bad time for the beer market anyway. Sales have been stagnant and UBL has relied on price increases to drive revenue growth, a strategy that has its limits. So it's been looking at diversifying and developing new brews both in the premium and economy segments, which means you can now try out some new beers. If you didn't know it already, UBL has launched Queenfisher, a new lager priced at Rs 80 for 650 ml, and it's available only in Goa currently. Then there's Kingfisher Ultra Max Draught that comes at Rs 185 in Karnataka, and these are from the economy band. For the premium segment, it launched London Pilsner, Heineken Silver Draught, and Ultra Wit Beer, priced at Rs 120, 240, and 200 respectively. But will this strategy be able to raise the spirits? We'll have to wait and see. For our second segment, we are going to bring you deep dives on stories from the world of technology, business, policy, and anything that leaves you with food for thought. Just the other day, we told you about news organizations losing it over AI companies using copyrighted articles without crediting the source. And today I'm here to tell you how even music makers are raging against generative AI tools which can basically change the industry as we know it. Now, before I get into the nitty-gritties, let's talk about a war. And no, not the one that's fought with bullets and missiles, but the one with words and gestures. I am talking about the rap war between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. I am so sure you guys are tuned into this rap beef, or should I say the diss battle playing out over the past few weeks, whether voluntarily or involuntarily. So I won't bore you with the details and context of this feud, but did you know one of the diss tracks by Drake called Tailor Made Freestyle had AI-generated vocals from Snoop Dogg and late rapper Tupac? And turns out Drake didn't have Tupac Estate's permission to use his voice, and now he's also been threatened with a lawsuit. Drake's not alone though. There's a whole bunch of artists dipping their toes in AI-generated tunes. Take Yacht for instance. The pop duo trained an AI model on their own music spanning 14 years to create an album, Chain Tripping, back in 2019. There's also Holly Hendon and Grimes, who've been creating tools for artists to play around the AI and make deepfake style music using their voices. And just a couple of days ago, Metro Boomin, a music producer, jumped on the AI train too, sampling an AI track called BBL Drizzy into one of his diss songs, baiting Drake. The point of mentioning all this is that, like others, the music industry is also divided over using AI. While some artists, such as Drake and Yacht, are exploring the possibilities of AI in music creation, others are horrified by the idea of this. Big names like Billie Eilish, Nicki Minaj, and Bon Jovi, along with 200 other musicians, shot off an open letter through the Artists' Rights Alliance expressing their concerns about AI's impact on the music industry. Their message to AI developers, tech companies, and others was to stop using AI in ways that could harm or diminish the rights of human artists. Even Beyoncé, for that matter, who recently released her new album, Cowboy Carter, voiced concerns about the increasing use of AI in the industry. I'm going to read out her statement verbatim. Quote, "The joy of creating music is that there are no rules. The more I see the world evolving, the more I felt a deeper connection to purity. With artificial intelligence and digital filters and programming, I wanted to go back to real instruments." End quote. And the irony is that Drake, who used AI-generated vocals without permission, is also signed on with Universal Music Group, which has been extremely vocal about AI companies using copyrighted material without compensating artists. I'm sure you also remember the tension between TikTok and Universal in the last 2 months regarding artist payments. However, now it seems that the issue has been resolved as both companies have announced quote-unquote improved remuneration for artists. So that's the cue for TikTok users to get back to making videos with tunes from artists like Billie Eilish and Ariana Grande. Another notable legal battle that comes to my mind is when Universal Music, APCO, and Concord Publishing took action against the artificial intelligence company Anthropic in a federal court in Tennessee last year. They accused Anthropic of using many copyrighted song lyrics without permission to train its chatbot Claude. The music publishers are also seeking monetary compensation and requested a court order to prevent further infringement by Anthropic. More recently, Sony and Universal launched a new website named rightsandai.com. This platform reportedly empowers music labels to safeguard their copyright and notifies tech companies against unauthorized use or distribution of their content. The International Confederation of Music Publishers, or the ICMP, is a global trade organization representing the music publishing industry, is behind the creation of this website. And by the way, the ICMP covers approximately 90% of the world's commercially released music. So while AI does have the potential to shake up the industry, there's also worry that it might flood the market with subpar tunes, kind of watering down the whole music experience. But honestly, up until now, generative AI hasn't produced anything that truly resonates. Sure, it can assist you with tasks like assignments and emails, but it can't craft a compelling story. And I highly doubt if it can create music like humans either. At best, it can mimic a melody or imitate an artist's voice, but it will always lack the depth and complexity of true musical creation or lyrical writing. So maybe, just maybe, artists don't need to stress too much about it. However, what we do need are laws around AI to prevent big tech companies from taking advantage of creators in any field. So I guess it all really boils down to using AI responsibly. If you like listening to The Signal Daily, please show us some support. Rate us and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We'd love to hear what you have to say about this podcast. So feel free to shoot an email at hello@thesignal.co. The episode was researched, written, and produced by Shorbury and me, Manaswini. Edited by Dinesh Narayanan. Mastered and mixed by Yash Hirve. You can catch this podcast every morning on Spotify, Apple, Amazon Prime Music, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. We are thesignal.co on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter.